Big developments in Barcelona's transfer saga. Nico Williams finally responds after Barca reportedly submitted 30 documents to secure his move from Athletic Club. Meanwhile, Dani Olmo has a message of support for his Spain teammate amid growing concerns over registration issues. And in a surprising twist, new boss Hansi Flick has labeled 2 backup players as completely untouchable in his project. What does this mean for Barcelona's future plans? Let's break it all down. An interesting insight into the ongoing efforts of Barcelona to bring in Nico Williams from La Liga rivals Athletic Club has this week been forthcoming online. As much comes amid confirmation that the player now appears ready to give his final green light to the transfer. The Nico Barca saga has of course continued to dominate the headlines across all of Spain over recent days. This comes after the transfer was thrown into doubt somewhat out of the blue, upon the 22-year-old and his representatives demanding sudden guarantees regarding his registration with La Liga for next season. Such demands are understood to have gone down poorly amongst the Camp Nou brass, who had long secured a contract agreement with Nico through 2031. As alluded to above, though, if the latest update to have surfaced in the early hours of Wednesday is anything to go by, then those of a Blaugrana persuasion need not fret. This comes amid the assurance on the part of Jose Alvarez of El Chiringuito TV that Nico Williams will be a Barca player for sure. They presented his agent with more than 30 documents showing the financials are on the right track. Nico told his agent, "Those are the guarantees, come on. I want to finalize the signing." Dani Olmo sends message to Nico Williams over registration worries at Barcelona. Dani Olmo has spoken out in support of Nico Williams amid growing uncertainty over his potential move to Barcelona. With reports suggesting the transfer has stalled due to concerns about registration, Olmo, who faced similar struggles last season, had some reassuring words for his Spain teammate. After La Liga president Javier Tebas confirmed that Barca currently can't register Williams, the pressure has been building. But Olmo isn't worried. He's urged Nico to stay calm and trust the process, knowing firsthand how chaotic these situations can get at Camp Nou. "I don't know anything about Nico. He's a top player from another club and that must be respected. We want the best," he told Gigantes. "I tell Nico that everything gets sorted out. Doubts may arise, but I had full confidence in the club." Olmo also joined Rafinha and Ferran Torres in making it clear that Williams will be more than welcome if he does make the move. "I like playing with the best. Nico has proven it at Athletic and with the national team," he added. "We want to win. The hardest thing isn't winning but doing it again. We have a lot of ambition." Barcelona are still thought to be hoping to activate Williams' release clause at some point this week, with the Spain star said to be eager to avoid returning to Athletic for pre-season. Hansi Flick has reportedly made it clear that 2 of Barcelona's backup players are off-limits this summer, considering them untouchable as part of his squad plans. Barcelona head coach Hansi Flick has drawn a line under the futures of 2 transfer-linked members of his squad. That's according to Diario Sport, who point towards Fermin Lopez and Eric Garcia as the players in question. The names of both midfielder Fermin and defender Eric have emerged in the transfer chatter surrounding Barcelona heading into the summer. In the case of the former, as much comes owing both to widespread interest in his signature and the Blaugrana's need for a sale. Spanish international Eric, meanwhile, is currently due to see his contract terms at the Camp Nou expire next summer, with a number of La Liga clubs keeping a close eye on his situation. As alluded to above, though, if the latest word stemming from the media this week is anything to go by, then neither Fermin or Eric will be going anywhere this summer. As per a report from Sport, Eric Garcia and Fermin are untouchable for Flick. The truth is that neither one nor the other is going to leave the club this summer. That's Hansi Flick's wish. The coach is very satisfied with the performance of both and does not want offers for them to be heard. So, with Nico Williams' situation heating up, Dani Olmo backing his buddy and Hansi Flick making bold squad decisions, Barcelona's summer just got even more dramatic. Will the 30-document push finally seal the deal? And who exactly are the 2 backups Flick refuses to let go? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for all the latest Barca transfer news. See you in the next one. Visca Barça. Barcelona are making major moves behind the scenes this summer. According to new reports, the club is aiming to raise a huge €140 million by offloading 3 first-team players. And now Sevilla have entered the race, showing interest in a 33-year-old veteran who's no longer part of Hansi Flick's plans. Who's on the chopping block? And how will these sales affect Barca's transfer goals? Let's dive in. Although there are expected to be some changes in it, the core of the FC Barcelona first team is still expected to remain the same as it was in the last season. The two main changes are expected to be Joan Garcia and Nico Williams, who both are expected to make their way to the German coach's starting lineup next season. Meanwhile, several fringe players are also expected to leave the Blaugrana club this summer. This aspect of market activity is also essential for the Catalans as they need to generate more space in their wage bill to register their new signings. Sevilla interested in Oriol Romeu. Ansu Fati has already left the club to play on loan at AS Monaco, but there are several other players expected to leave as well. One interesting player in this regard would be the midfielder Oriol Romeu, who returns from his loan at Girona, but who is not going to be a part of Flick's plans for the next season, and whose departure again this summer is highly likely. Luckily, there are already suitors interested in him, as Fichajes reports that the La Liga side Sevilla values the midfielder for his experience and tactical profile, and is interested in signing him. The Sevilla midfield suffered from significant deficiencies last season, and their new coach, Matías Almeida, believes Romeu can bring the required balance and experience in this area of the team. The player is currently considering the offer. Several other La Liga teams have made inquiries about the midfielder, but Sevilla have been the most clear about their interest. Currently, the player and his entourage are considering the offer from the Andalusian club, and this offer appeals to them as Sevilla would allow Romeu to keep playing at the highest level despite being 33 years of age. For now, it remains to be seen how this story develops, but there is no doubt that this would be a good move for Oriol Romeu, especially as he is not going to play a lot for Barcelona next season. Barcelona are looking to generate €140 million this summer by offloading three key first-team players, according to recent reports. According to a report from Fichajes, Barcelona have set a goal to raise €140 million by selling three big names from the first team. The move comes as the club works to meet financial fair play requirements and build a stronger squad for Hansi Flick. By letting these players leave, Barca hope to free up space and money for signings that can make the team more competitive next season. The three players Barcelona are willing to sell are Fermín López, Ronald Araujo and Marc-André ter Stegen. The club believes the funds from these sales will be key to bringing in targets like Nico Williams and other reinforcements that Flick has requested. Fermín López is considered the club's most valuable asset right now. After a breakout season, the young midfielder has attracted interest from several top European clubs. While Barcelona would prefer to keep him, they're reportedly willing to consider offers in the region of €80 million. Losing Fermín would be a blow to fans, but his sale could fund key reinforcements that the club desperately needs. Ronald Araujo is another player whose future is now uncertain. The Uruguayan defender has struggled with form and injuries, and the Barca sporting department is reportedly questioning his consistency. Despite his leadership and experience, he may be among those considered for a high-value sale this summer. An offer of around €40 million could convince the club to let him leave and use the money to improve the defense with a more reliable option. Finally, Marc-André ter Stegen could be heading for an exit. With the arrival of Joan Garcia and a desire to make the squad younger, Barca are seriously considering selling their veteran goalkeeper. The German star could bring in about €20 million, which would add important funds to the summer budget. Through these sales, Barcelona hope to build a squad that fits Flick's style and ambitions, while also balancing the club's finances. FC Barcelona are making some ambitious moves in the transfer market as they look to reinforce the squad at Hansi Flick's disposal. The Catalan club has already secured the signature of Joan Garcia from Espanyol, but doesn't seem to be done with signings this summer. The club has also managed to secure the sale of Alex Valle-Como and has loaned out Ansu Fati to AS Monaco as they look to free up space on the wage bill to be able to register new signings that they make this summer. One thing that Barcelona have done well in recent years is to agree significant sell-on clauses when selling young, talented players that could lead to a financial windfall in the future. It looks like the club could benefit from the same this summer. As per reputed Italian journalist Matteo Moretto, Girona are in advanced negotiations to sign Las Palmas central defender Mika Marmol. A La Masia graduate, Marmol has impressed consistently over the past 2 seasons with the Canary Islands club. Barcelona still hold rights to 50% of any future sale, and with the defender's €10 million release clause potentially being activated by Girona, the Catalan giants could stand to earn a significant portion of the fee. Highly talented in his youth days, it is a shame that Marmol did not get a chance to establish himself in the Barcelona first team. Naturally left-footed, he would have added a new dimension to the squad, but that is something that the club cannot go back and reverse right now. Since he left Barcelona, Marmol has developed very well and is on the right track. The 24-year-old is no longer a youngster looking for a breakthrough, and a move to Girona to play under Michel could prove to be an excellent next step in his career. Barcelona will be hoping for Girona to wrap up the signing of the talented Spaniard and, as a consequence, see their coffers enriched in the coming weeks. It remains to be seen how this transfer saga plays out. Barcelona's push to raise €140 million is picking up steam, and Sevilla's interest in the out-of-favor 33-year-old could help kickstart the financial reset. With Hansi Flick reshaping the squad and major signings still in the works, every outgoing deal matters. Which players do you think should be sold? Drop your thoughts below, and don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that bell for all the latest Barca transfer updates.